Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my GTA 5 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at yet another wonderful mod, this time in the form of Fallout San Andreas, which is being created by user Hingo, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a variety of Fallout features being brought into Grand Theft Auto. And, well, that's just lovely. So, let's just jump right on into things and have a gander at what it does add in and how to use them. Now, you may have already noticed the first thing we'll talk about, and that's the compass at the top of the screen, which is an extraordinarily useful feature, and I've really been loving having it in the game because, well, I don't know about you, but I spend a lot of time just kind of roaming around randomly in this game world, and I tend to get lost, and I know I could use the map, but it tends to take me out of things, so having a compass available to me on the actual interface is quite handy. Now, you may have already noticed that while I'm moving the camera around, the compass is not being affected, and that is because the compass only points in the direction of the character. So, if we point Franklin here to the southwest-ish, then the compass shows that way. If we point them north-northeast-ish, etc., etc., etc. So that is how it works. It is bound to where the character is facing rather than the camera. Now, that is a whole different ballgame if you go into first-person mode, because, well, where the camera is looking is where the character is looking. So it is very useful in this mode and works pretty much identical to if you use the first-person view in the Fallout franchise, which is pretty lovely. So now, next is the little menus you may be noticing popping up at the bottom of the screen whenever we put the cursor over a person or object. We get this little interaction menu. Now let's use it with items first before we go on to people, and you'll notice this is currently an unknown item, and well, that will never change, sadly. It is always going to be an unknown item, even though it's a freaking sign. But what we can do is hold down E and actually move it and mess around with it. Now, doing this is very finicky. It's not exactly as if you were using the grab and hold feature in Fallout. It's much worse than that, but with a little bit of work and patience, you can manipulate stuff to where you want it to be, and it works fairly decently. Now, the far more used feature on this is going to be steal, which is Z on the keyboard, so if we hit that, you'll notice, first off, we now have a star, and that's because we stole that sign in view of the public, so we are now a criminal. Now, if you steal something when no one's around, you don't get a star, but if there are people nearby, they will call the cops on you for stealing. And that sign is now in our inventory, so while waiting for the cops to get here, let us walk down a bit and take a gander at what we do have in that inventory. And how you access it is by hitting Tab on the keyboard, and you'll notice we get this little interface, and we can move over various items in here. Now, the mouse can be used, but it's a lot more accurate to use the W and S keys to move up and down, etc. And then when you're over an item, you can hit E, and it will drop it back into the world, which is quite cool. Now, for most props in the world, it's kind of a waste, honestly, but you'll notice I do have this first aid kit that I grabbed from Franklin's house when I started the game, and I can drop it into the world, and if I was injured, I could then go and pick it up. So that's quite convenient. I can carry around some first aid kits with me and keep my health up. Now, granted, I'm immortal right now, so I don't have to worry about it. So let's talk about the next cool feature and interaction when we have our cursor over someone, say a cop trying to shoot us, and we hit B. We go into VATS. Yes, that's right, folks. We have VATS available to us in this, and it is just freaking glorious. Oh god, there's too many people on the pier to go through them all. Go back to him. Shoot. Oh, I accidentally canceled out of it. Oh, right. There we go. B. Why is it not working? There we are. We can get... Let's see. Go back to him. There we go. Shoot him in the head. And it goes into this camera mode, and we shoot. Excellent. Now, I had accidentally hit B to cancel it instead of E, which activates it. And so when we are facing at someone, we just need to hit B, and we then go into this VATS. And while controlling this, you can use A and D to go between people, and W and S to scroll between their limbs. Now you'll notice on the bottom right hand of the screen, it has a legend which says the opposite of that, and the legend is wrong. At least for my game. I don't know, maybe it's just a glitch for me, but for me, W and S scroll the limbs, and A and D scroll the targets. So that is what you have to do for that. And then you just right-click to spend VAT points, E to perform, and you go into the cool camera mode. And you'll see it does show the damage that has been done to that character, and if we can't shoot at him anymore, like through that bench, it will exit out of the camera. Where are you? Oh, you're gonna be fun to shoot. Oh, yeah, let's do a couple shots there. And boom, we have killed the helicopter pilot. Oh, glorious. Look at it go. He's going to die. Yay! And yeah, that is the VATS system, which is very, very useful and quite fun to do. Now, let's actually turn the cops off and then talk to one of these police officers. So all the way down, there we go, no more wanted level. And let's go to this cop who is still shooting at me. And hit Z.
I am looking forward to the weekend, I tell you.
Are you? Well, good for you, Melvin Dixon. And now that we're talking to this guy, we now know who he is, Melvin Dixon, and he will sort of remain in the world as Melvin Dixon. Now, we can actually go and chat with him and have a little conversation, which is completely pointless, because once we're done with this conversation, it just ends, and yeah, we go, yup, see ya, and he's out of the world now. So we can go and talk to him, and you'll notice his name is now over his head, Melvin Dixon. So he's no longer an unknown person, and he, like I said, will remain in the world as Melvin Dixon. And this is quite useful, because if we talk to him again...
I am looking forward to the weekend, I tell you.
I know, you said that before. We can then ask him things like, well, we'd like to make a couple of bucks. Does he have anything that needs to be done?
Is this a fucking joke?
No, sir, it's not. And apparently this cop needs someone assassinated. Oh, good times, Melvin. So let's grab that. And then we get the option of, well, how far do you want to go? Not far or wherever you need. Now, not far, we'll put a target to assassinate pretty close by you. Wherever you need, we'll put them somewhere entirely randomly in the world. And you'll get paid more for doing it far away, but let's just grab this one. And he has now told us to take out Andrea Campos, who, oh god, is like right here. Hi. Oh, that's actually her running. Hello. Ooh, oh god, she's trying to kill him. Take her out. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful VATS. Good times. So we have killed our target. And wow, that was really close. Last time I did that, it put the person like a couple of blocks away. But excellent. Let's, oh god, abandon our wanted level again. Excellent. And talk with Melvin once again. And so, see, there you go. We have finished his job. Good doing business, partner. And we just got $4,700. Now, if we talk to him again, we can also, besides doing a mission, ask him if he would like to work for me as a mercenary. So if we click that, yes, success. We now have him as a bodyguard. And woo for that, because, well, it's quite nice. We now have a soldier who will protect us and follow us wherever we need to go. And we get some interesting new interactions with him now, which really don't seem to be implemented yet. Of course, the tactics one has the NYI right there, so not yet implemented. You're going to need this suit up, which you're supposed to be able to give him a weapon, whichever one you're holding. I haven't really had that work so far. It always just seems to do nothing. And then we can dismiss him, and I'll call him when I need him again. So if we select that, a car actually comes to pick him up and take Melvin Dickerson home. Now that Jeep, oh boy, is going to kill a lot of people on the way here, it seems. Yep, a lot of people. There we go, he's picked up our friend now, and he will go home. Well, if he'd actually stop. Oh my god, AI, you stupid, stupid AI. Let him get in. Oh, and it's now stuck there. What a shame. What a shame. Melvin was such a good friend. Yep. Melvin was such a good friend and loyal companion. It was easier this way. It was easier. Let's turn off the wanted level again and go do some more interactions with people. So let's run down to the end of the pier where no one's seen me explode things yet and talk to some folks there. Okay, so moving forward. And people. Hello, unknown person.
Diet sodas are actually worse for you, you know.
Sometimes that is true, yes. And let's actually go into this first conversation option again to show you a few other things. So we went to this option earlier with, oh god, I've already forgotten his name, Melvin? So we have in that tree, we could continue on with that conversation, it would go nowhere. We then also have, I'm looking to shape up my life. Where should I start?
Well,
And this would give us some, information on, well, go to Kiflum, of course, which, again, pointless, so we can ask another question, go back to this option, and then let's ally up, which is a speech chance of 50, which is interesting. It works very similarly to the one, the Melvin we just had, but we have a chance to fail on this one. So, there we go. We failed. No thanks, at least not until there's something in it for me. So we could offer money, 5 grand, which isn't enough money. We can then offer 20 grand, which works, and she's now our companion. Now, Melvin joined us because we got up reputation with him for doing that mission. Now, I had only just met, never done any work for her, and so she needed some money, basically, to get the job done. And yeah, we now have Sheila Morales following us, and yeah, let's just take care of her like Melvin, or I would if I could. I can actually not kill my companions. I'm pointing at her and trying to shoot, and I can't. I can shoot all around her. Oh, God, pistol whip that guy in the face. I am so sorry, I didn't mean to. But I cannot shoot her, so it's a little safety feature for you to not have friendly fire, essentially. So it's, nice, it functions, but is a little interesting. But yeah, we have her following us now, and she will protect us from any evil, horrible people that want to kill us. So let's go and find some cars in the parking lot over there and take a look at some more of those interaction menus. Because you'll remember, when we held down and interacted with, certain objects in the world, they were unknown, and people are unknown, until we talk to them. So this unknown person here, we now know she's Cheryl Giles. And we can just leave with that, and she is always Cheryl Giles. But with objects, we can't do that. That is, unless it's a vehicle. So let's go downstairs, do a super jump. Lovely. Oh God, I tripped right on that wood. And go to the vehicles. Here we go. Now these show up as unknown objects, just like the trash cans, etc. did, but now this time, when we identify, it shows us the make of the car, the plate, who the owner is in the world, and yeah, we can know all that info, and we can do that on a car-by-car basis and learn them. And you'll notice we also have this action menu here to hold down E, and we have additional options now. Because we know what this is, we can then go into an additional menu for more actions. Now, we use the W key to sort of scroll along these, so we start up here in actions, and let go of E, and we're now in there. Now, we can fast travel to the vehicle, or talk to the driver, and that is what we have in actions. Now, if we cancel with N, go back, diplomacy is not yet implemented. And also, it's a car. So if we do select that, you can see that's all coming soon, coming soon. Hold down miscellaneous, also coming soon, coming soon. But it is quite cool that we do have this additional level of interaction, which also works with people. So, oh God, let's actually get out of that and go to Cheryl here and go to actions on her. We can hold the position on the of her on the crosshair. We can cancel hold position, shoot the person that is on the crosshair right now, or enter vehicle on crosshair as passenger. So those are our various options that we have with people. So it is, nice to have these additional steps. Now, a lot of them aren't quite working quite well. And actually, let's try the talking to driver real quick. I actually haven't done that yet. And since there's actually no driver in the car, that didn't work. Alright, if there's actually a person in the car moving around, let's go get this person over here. We should be able to talk to them. I haven't actually used that one yet, as I said, so I'm not 100% on that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, almost, almost. And stop, sir. So identify with Z, hold down, and then talk to driver. Oh, there we go. See, he gets out of the car, and now we can talk to Miguel here. And, of course, say to him, "You fucking what, mate?" And now he's mad at us. Yeah, you heard me loud and clear, and we can kind of continue with this, and then he'll actually try and kill us, or we can defuse the situation, or how about we channel that anger into something useful, and we go down the same path of trying to recruit him. But no, you heard me loud and clear. And now he's gonna try and kill me. But of course, the glory of VATS. Ah, good times. Good times. I honestly think that the VATS is my favorite part about this entire mod. I just love having that ability in this world to just, you know, hit B and just target exact limbs on people. It's just fun. But yeah, that is basically it for Fallout San Andreas. The only two things I haven't showed you left is, one, there is a help menu. If at any point you don't remember what any of the controls are, you can hit F5, and it brings up this bit of information. Now there is, as you can see there at the top, or towards the top, F6 will turn on an on-foot radio, you know, just like the radio on the Pip-Boy that you could have when walking around. I didn't turn that on because, of course, copyright claims. And then we have the tab for inventory, etc., etc., more information about things. And then you'll notice the second to last thing, we can do shouts. This is a Fallout mod, but it has Skyrim elements in it. And if we do the shout, which is X, everything dies. Everything dies. I don't know why that's in this mod, but it amuses me greatly. But let's actually head back to that help menu there and notice that it does list at the bottom some of the known issues, like the VATS camera angle getting a bit wonky, which you probably saw when we were using it earlier. Inventory item buttons, you know, don't always line up on things. Compass marker does have some strange behavior on occasion. Grabbing objects, as you can tell, needs work. And certain objects float in midair when dropped. I haven't noticed that one yet, but apparently that is an issue. Now, there are hopefully other things that they hope to add down the road, which I'm really looking forward to, including non-linear quests, having multiple quests and things like that, which is quite interesting. I can't wait to see how that goes, which there is already an RPG mod out there, so I think it'd be quite cool if the RPG mod and the Fallout mod guys got together. That would probably be quite a glorious little union and offer us a lot of cool things in the future. But yeah, that is pretty much it now for this Fallout mod. If you would like to try it for yourself, you can download it from the link in the description as always, and I hope you do, because it's just so wonderful and a whole lot of fun, especially if you like VATS. But yes, that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next. But until then, thank you for watching, my friends. And as always, have a good one. Now, I'm gonna just cause more havoc in VATS. Good times. Good times. Later, folks.